I don't know what to say. I had to do it. I got rid of my heavily modded Godzilla original color version for the 70th anniversary black and white. Now, why would I even do this?
Is this awesome or what?
Honestly, it doesn't make a whole lot of financial sense, but the thing is, I saw this one and the black and white just did it for me. The splashes of red on the playfield against the black and white, the side I put this nice custom powder coated armor on it. It just did it for me. I couldn't help myself. Does it make financial sense? Absolutely not. And that's the thing you have to worry about nowadays with pinball prices. You're not necessarily getting back what you put into it, especially when you have modded machines. It's just, you're not really gonna get full value back for the things you put in. But I'm having a fun time taking all the new mods, the new black and white versions of the mods, and putting them in here. We're gonna get to that in a second, but I'm very, very happy with this purchase. The only thing that kind of trips me out is I'm not really sure what's going on with the back box. The back box almost has a different tone than the rest of it. I read a couple things on Pinside and it seems like maybe they used different color LEDs in this CPU board, or maybe they didn't even know that that happened. But if you were to take this back box, translate, and move it to another machine, any one of them in this row actually, you'd find it looks black and white. But if you look behind me, you might be seeing a little bit of a sepia tone, and it's really caused by the LEDs in the CPU. Anyways, what we're gonna do is take a little tour of the machine. I'll show you what I did so far to it. I did do a couple mods. We'll do some gameplay, and I'll give you some final thoughts. Okay, I thought it'd be fun to get behind the camera and do this live. So there you can see that is the armor. So I took the armor that it came with, and then I brought it to a local company that does powder coating, and they did it for me. It looks really great. I'll have a link in the description to the color that I used. I believe it was called Illusion Red or something like that. I think it looks really good up against the rest of the game, and especially that foiled, you know, that foil shiny artwork that they use. I think it looks really, really good. So this was something that I had kind of planned when I thought about doing this, and I feel like it just makes the machine look great. So that's one thing that I did. A little bit of a pain in the ass to do, but you know, you just have to take the legs off and take everything off. The hardest part is probably these hinges in the back. They're kind of a pain in the butt to get off. So anyways, once you get them off and put them on, it's no big deal. All right, so let me show you the things on the game that I changed so far. So you can see, like, with the black and white artwork, the pops of color come from the lights and from the little pieces of red that they use. So like everything's kind of labeled in red, but for the most part, it's all black and white. So I think it's called the NAEGELE building. I always forget this guy's name, but this is actually not a stock item. This is something I added to it. I love this. So what happens is the ball goes over the bridge, it goes through this building, and then down to this ramp, and it feeds it to the left flipper. So pretty cool. You can see sort of the way the ball path goes. It goes through there, and it ends up at your left flipper. So that's a really cool addition. Now, the saucer, this is, I can't remember the name of the guy that does this, but this has been around for a while. He made a black and white version of the mod, so I put that in here. It matches the artwork for the most part, so it looks very similar, and I like it way better than the stock plastic one it came with. So this is the Tokyo sign. So this one was a really, really popular mod that a lot of people did. But on this one, what I did was, it comes with a black and white little insert that you can add. So I added that, and to me, this is great. So I know Stumbler, who makes this, is actually making a metal surround that looks grayscale, sort of. So, but I think this looks awesome. This was one where I did take this from my old machine and moved it over. All right, next you got the Diddy Mods Tesla strike coils. These things are awesome, or the strike towers. This is basically almost the same as the one I had on my old Godzilla, except the tips are red instead of blue. So anyways, I think that's really cool. They're a little bit of a pain because you got to take this whole entire wire ramp off to put on, but I think it's worth it, and I think it makes it look really nice in that back half of the game. Moving on, I did put the ball diverter mod on the top of the Drake building. This is because if you keep it stock, what happens is when you get a multi-ball, it actually sends the balls straight down the middle and it drains. Now, you get your balls back, but this was a mod that's been around since the original, Godzilla, and I feel like it's a slight modification, but it really makes the game a lot better when you get the multi-ball, in my opinion. Now I still have derpy Godzilla back here. Man, I just wish Stern would have put more emphasis on the Godzilla model they used here, but I get it. I'm gonna try to get the Atomic Godzilla, the black and white version. I am on the list for it, so hopefully that will really make this pop. So it's gonna be the same one I had in my original Godzilla, except it's gonna be a grayscale black and white one that they do. So that should be awesome and look great. I am a little spoiled because the back buildings are all stock, and I wish I had some cool modded back buildings, but that'll come later. An accessory I add to all my machines is the Stern headphone jack kit. I do this for two reasons. One, so that I can feed audio right from here to my mixer for when I'm live streaming, or if I'm just capturing gameplay. The other reason is you can use this knob to adjust the overall game volume, which is really cool, so you don't have to open up the coin door to adjust the game volume. Typically you'd have to open up the door and you'd adjust it right here, but you don't have to do that now. If you install this kit, you could simply just turn this knob right here and make the game louder or make the game softer, which is really cool. The only other reason why I do this is sometimes I just want to play pinball and I don't want to disturb everybody in the house. Okay, another modification that I tend to do on all my machines is I replace the back box speakers with better speakers, the 5 1/4 ones that they use on the LE versions of the game. So you can see I did that here. I didn't use speaker light kits this time. I just put this really cool mirrored red accent there. And I also did the same thing here on the badge. And you can see if I open this up, you'll see it's just a more upgraded speaker. There's a 4-inch generic speaker that Stern uses. These are the same Kenwoods that they use on the LE versions of the game. So it's a simple upgrade and it kind of gives you a little bit of a better sound output for the gameplay. I like it. I think it's a small marginal improvement and it makes the game sound a bit better. Okay, a mod that is not as exciting is the power supply mod. The fan just is super duper loud on these Stern machines, and for me, it annoys the heck out of me. So this is a simple upgrade. It reduces the fan noise a ton, and you won't hear your games in the other room just going off because it literally sounds like an airplane or helicopter taking off in your game room. So this is an easy upgrade for you to do. You can get it at Pinball Life, and it'll make your machine a lot quieter when you're just not playing it and the fan kicks on, or when you're playing it. So cool improvement and super easy to do. Okay, here's a closer look at the playfield. Now you'll notice everything is gonna look really, really clear, and it's because I'm using anti-glare glass on my playfield. This is something that several vendors sell. This one is the Invisiglass version by Jersey Jack. There's a Stern HD version, as well as Voodoo Glass and several other ones. I tend to really like the Invisiglass one, but you can see the Zombie Yeti artwork is awesome. I really like it with the red accents. Some people may not. I know it's not gonna be for everyone, but if you didn't have a Godzilla, I think you should seriously consider this one. But you know, the color version is also available and you can find it out there. So don't think that this is what you have to get, but I definitely feel like it's a really cool one. And if this is something that a game you've never had before and you're into this whole black and white theme and idea, I don't think you can go wrong. I think it looks really, really cool. And yeah, it's Godzilla. It's one of the greatest games of all time, so you can't really go wrong picking this up no matter which one you choose. So, you know, sometimes you read things on Pinside, you start believing them. I'm not really sure this whole sepia thing is real. I have a hunch that maybe it has nothing to do with the Stern LEDs at all. Maybe the white balance of people's phone cameras that they're using is slightly off and it can't quite capture the black and white, because I'm pointing my camera directly at this and I was like, man, I don't really see a difference. At first I thought I was seeing the sepia tone, but maybe, you know, when people just tell you stuff and you kind of start to believe that it's true? I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Okay, so we're over on Godzilla 70th. We're gonna do some gameplay, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus on one of the really fun elements of the game, just for the purposes of having a little bit of fun with this video. So the Drake building is right there in front of us, and you can see there's a damage meter right below it. And what you want to do is you want to keep bashing the bottom of the building. And if you do that, the damage meter just keeps going up and up and up. And then eventually the building drops. At that point, you have the ability to lock all 3 balls in there. You have to go one after the other to get Godzilla multi-ball. So that's what we're going to focus on just because I thought that'd be fun for this video. So we're going to log into Insider Connected, select our user, log in. And now I'm going to first start with trying to get the skill shot right here with the saucer. So you have to short plunge the ball. You don't want to go too hard. And if you can hit that saucer and get a skill shot. If you miss the saucer and you go underneath it, you'll still get a skill shot. It just won't be worth as much. So I didn't hit the saucer, but I still got the skill shot. So now we're going to focus on bashing that building. That's not how to do that, by the way. That'd be not a good example of how to do that. All right, so give me a little bit of time here, and we'll get some ball control going here, and we will get that building. All right, there we got one. Okay, we got it again. Get around that. Oh, just didn't quite make it around that orbit. Okay, we got another one. I can see that damage. Those damage lights keep going up and up, and they're going to keep going up as we put damage on the building. Missed it on that one. All right, building's going to come down after I think one more hit. So this isn't necessarily the strategy I would go for to play the game. It's just kind of fun to do for something like this. Because some people don't have this game and may not have ever seen this before. So, all right, the building is down. We've damaged the building. So now we got to go ahead and lock our balls in that building right now. So we're going to try to get our first ball locked. That one made it up there. All right, we got ball 1 locked. Now we're going to try to get that skill shot again. Didn't get it. Close. Oh, man, how did I not lock that ball? Come on now.
Godzilla is headed towards the bridge.
All right, ball 2 locked. We're well on our way. We got to lock one more ball. Let's see, we're going to try to get that skill shot again. I'm determined to get that skill shot while I'm... missed it. Almost got it. All right. Oh, shoot. Oh, come on, I got robbed right there. That should have been... Oh, shoot, we lost our ball. That's okay, we'll get our ball back there. Ooh. Man, we just can't really get that last ball locked for whatever reason. All right, here we go. Got it. Now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the exciting moment. Godzilla comes out. He's tearing down this building, right? And the shaker motor's going off. People are calling my phone because it's pandemonium. Everyone is so excited for this moment, but it is a pretty exciting moment. Blue Oyster Cult's playing. You're in the zone. You're like, I just got multi-ball, and you're going to tear it up. You're going to tear it up now. Let's get some jackpots and show this game who's boss. Let's not lose our balls, though. We don't want to lose all our balls. Otherwise, we're going to waste this critical moment. So far, I'm not very happy with our multi-ball performance, but hey, there's plenty of time. Let's get those jackpots. That's what we want out of this one. Jackpots, jackpots. Keep getting those jackpots. You get some big points if you keep getting those jackpots. Oh, crap. Or you could do what I just did and totally blow it. I blew it, guys. I blew it. But you got to see something that's pretty fun. A really fun element of this game. Now, when you're really playing this game, what you want to do is, in the beginning, you really want to start to hit these ramp shots, which I didn't do right there. But you want to hit the right and left ramp, and then you can start a mode, which I believe we already did. So let's see. We should be able to pick a mode right here. Oh, no. I guess we didn't. I thought I hit the right and left ramp. I guess I did. But we can do that now. Okay. The heat ray is ready, so we're going to hit the action button right here. That's another fun moment of the game. I don't know if there's a strategic time that you use the heat ray. That'd be. I'm not an expert at the game, so I'm not sure. But let's hit that right ramp. All right. Now we can hit the left ramp. All right. Oh, didn't make it. Hit the right ramp again. Let's hit that left ramp. Oh man, that left ramp sometimes can be a bitch. All right, but Kaiju Battle's ready. But here's the thing: this shot isn't always easy to get. It's actually right I'll show you really quick. Oh shit, I missed it. So you gotta kinda, it's this angle shot right here, and where my Tokyo sign mod is. You hit that, and that will actually start a mode, and you can start fighting other monsters, and you have like a selection list of who you can fight. So it's really cool. So not bad for a first ball, just demonstrating something. Did I go through 2 balls? No, that was my first ball, so not bad. So 77 million, we still have 2 more balls left. Plenty of gameplay to do. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this short gameplay segment. I really enjoyed showing it to you. I wish I could have played a little bit better, but hey, you know what? It was a first take and I just did it live, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now let's wrap things up. Before we wrap up this video, I wanted to thank my sponsor, Bob Rose, the producer, director of Token Taverns. The movie is actually available now for free on YouTube, so I'll have a link in the video description so you can go check it out, support Bob Rose. It's a really awesome arcade bar documentary about the rise of arcade bars in America. It's very, very cool. I think you'll love it, especially if you're a fan of pinball and arcade games. There's something in the movie for everyone. Anyways, my final thoughts on the Godzilla 70th is you can't go wrong. It's Godzilla. Anybody that's ever played it knows it's a really fun game for both beginners, intermediate players, and experts. There's something in there for everyone, and if you were to buy a game like this, it's got a ton of replay value to it. So I can't really say that you can go wrong with either version of the game. Now, I was disappointed by a couple small things with my Godzilla. I still can't figure out if this back box is in my head or if it's actually real, because sometimes I look at it and it looks white, sometimes I see sepia, I don't know, but it's a concern either way. Some people are saying it really looks like a sepia tone and others don't, but you don't expect something like that when you spend this much on a pinball machine, so hopefully Stern maybe has a fix for it or can at least explain the phenomenon. It's not like it totally bums me out, but it is something of concern. The other thing that's really weird is my coin box didn't come with the pin that holds it in. I'm not really sure what that's all about. You know, I'll talk to my distributor Game Room Goodies and they'll probably figure that out for me. It's not a huge deal, but still a weird quality control issue that they obviously didn't catch. Other than that, everything seems great out of the box. I didn't really have to do anything to the machine. Every now and then you have like little issues here and there, but I haven't had any other than some minor cosmetic things. But I'm very happy with the fact that I made this purchase. There's some other cool mods that are coming down the pike that I'm gonna be doing for this machine. I'm actually gonna be partnering with another company to do a sponsored video on a really cool black and white topper. That's all I'm gonna say for now, but it's gonna be worth the wait. There's also gonna be a collaboration, hopefully. I'm trying to talk to him tomorrow and hopefully we can get it nailed down with Pinwoofer, so we could do some really cool audio upgrades. Because the real limiting factor in these Stern machines isn't necessarily the speakers, well, although the speakers aren't great, the stock ones, but when you put new ones in, your limiting factor is the stock Stern amplifier. Pinwoofer has this really cool amplifier that actually attaches on to your Spike 2 CPU board. I cannot wait to check it out, so hopefully I can iron out an agreement and we can do a video together too. So lots of cool pinball content coming. I'm loving the Godzilla 70th. I'm gonna go play, and I will see you guys on the next one.